Princess Connect ReDive. When I first started watching this anime, I really struggled in deciphering what it is exactly. It starts out in the same manner as all isekai. A goddess sends a teenage boy to a world where he has little knowledge of, where he starts to meet and amass his own harem. This one differs in a few ways. Firstly, there seems to be no inherent purpose for the protagonist. We are not told that the world is in any danger, neither is there some abstract demon king that needs defeating. The story seems to weave random plot threads together with no connection or conclusion. Also, Yuki's harem isn't a harem at all. Kokkoro is the only one that seems to have any interest in this guy at all. What I did notice, however, is that everyone was hungry in this anime all the time. The complexity of the food grows as the episodes pass. They start out with plain rice cakes and build towards gourmet bug cuisine. By episode 3, it became very clear to me what I was watching. I was watching a Food Wars isekai, complete with shokugeki and all, or so I thought. You would be forgiven for not identifying it as such, primarily because this is a mismatch of every popular isekai trope. It has consistent, well-animated action scenes like Sword Art Online, while still having satirical slice-of-life humor like Konosuba. The food at first just seems like a sideshow. However, the food comes into focus when the main cast establishes a guild with the purpose of eating meals together. At this point, a new realization hit me. This wasn't a Food Wars anime, but this is a Mukbang anime. For those unaware, a mukbang is a concept originating in Korea. It's an eating show where the host consumes a large quantity of food. This was popularized in the West on YouTube, where the host or hosts would have detailed discussions over a large meal in a podcast kind of format. I think this best captures what Princess Connect is about. It's literally about these characters building their friendship over a large meal. Like I stated before, I'm not sure what genre this anime falls into. It doesn't do anything consistently. The only thing it does consistently is be cute. It could also pass as a monster girl anime. It could pass as an action isekai with the amount of action sequences it has in there. That said, there's something off about this show. At first I couldn't figure out why it wasn't landing, but by the 6th episode I realized that it was because of this guy. The characters are really supposed to be centered around him, but they're not. The characters are actually centered around the food. But this alignment seems weak, so the driving motivations behind the group team up is not distinguished. Beyond that, he doesn't contribute anything of significance to the dialogue. He's just there, like an object, the complete opposite of Kazuma and Konosuba. I haven't seen somebody carried by the supporting cast like this since Sakura in Naruto. But this guy is even worse than that. I think all the problems I have with this anime stem from its origin. You see, because Princess Connect is actually a mobile game, this introduces some major problems. One is the size of the cast. Every episode sees 1 or 2 or even more waifus being added to the cast like a fresh gacha drop. Sometimes for only minor cameos, but someone with no experience with the game will find this very confusing. The second problem is the general lack of explanation for things occurring in the anime. Almost as if it's expected that the viewer will have some base understanding of what's going on. So essentially, this anime is intended to get you playing the mobile game, just as some anime are created with the sole purpose of getting you to read the manga. All that said, this is still an enjoyable watch, and it's very nice to look at. If I'm to call this only a commercial to the mobile game, it's a very excellent advertisement. I especially recommend checking out episode 5. This one is as good as an episode of Konosuba. Also, shout out to the fact that Cygames put the ReZero ladies into the game as playable characters. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.